Finally, the Chew has come back to Bad Art. But before the Chew gets into it, he wants to give you a little bit of a spoiler warning. A spoiler warning for a little show called Ballers. So if you're in the middle of watching Ballers, or if you've never even heard of the damn show, you need to turn this video off right now, or you need to mute it, because the last thing that the Chew wants to do is spoil something for you. So, this is your last and final warning. And if you don't like it, you can kiss the Chew's candy ass. If you smell what the Chew is drawing.
Drawing things for complete strangers, but my parents will probably watch this, so I guess they're not our strangers completely. Bad art.
Yellow. And welcome to another episode of Bad Art, video series where I draw some things and I talk some things. And today, we're going to be talking about a little show called Ballers. So, the season finale just happened yesterday. And I was very impressed with the show. I'm not going to sit up here and say it's like the best show ever, but it was good. It was entertaining. It was a nice little comedy series with a little bit of drama peppered in there with my boy Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and I enjoyed it a lot. It was a really good change up to what I have been watching, because I watch a lot of drama shows, and it was good to kind of mix in a little humor here and there. So the people who made Ballers are the same people that made Entourage, and even if I didn't know that, like the people by name who were involved with the show, you still could kind of piece it together just because it had Entourage written all over it, whereas Entourage is focused on movies. This one is like focusing on sports. So I like that. It answered, or it kind of like shined some light on a lot of questions that I have with like sports players and what they do off the field and off the court and stuff, like when they get into some trouble or just are in the wrong place at the wrong time, you know what I mean? It kind of shines some light on it. I know it's not like true, like all of it's true, like what they're doing, but they are definitely pulling those stories for the show from things that have like happened in real life. They're probably like tweaking it and maybe overdoing it a little bit for the show, but still, it's just that stuff had to come from somewhere, and so that was pretty good. With Entourage, if you ever watched the Entourage show, that was really like just a bunch of dudes walking around just blowing money left and right. So Ballers was a good change up to where now they're trying to like get people to like save money, where it's like, okay, like don't just go blowing your money all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Let's invest it. Let's try and like get ourselves set up for after we're done playing the game. So I took that to heart, because I'm broke. So it's nice to try and get a little bit of tips here and there on how to save up some money. Yeah, my only gripe with the show was that everything wrapped up a little too neatly. It did just like Entourage did, where it's like the characters get dragged through the mud, and in the end they just come out on top. Everything just happens to work out. And like some storylines, I liked how they ended. Other storylines, I was just kind of like, like I don't see how that happened, But it did set up a lot of things for season 2. So season 2 is very promising for Ballers. So like, and what I mean by that is like with Spencer, which is the Rock's character, Dwayne Johnson. With his character, he's popping pills and stuff. He's thinking that he's suffering like physically as well as mentally from like the hit that he took, or from all the hits that he took during football, but one hit in particular. And he ends up getting cleared for it in the show. I mean, that's not to say that they'll come back the next season or the season after and be like, oh, it turns out we were wrong and there is some stuff wrong with you, you know what I mean? But for now, he's clear. The doc was just like, it's all psychological things, you just got to like chill out and eventually like it should go away. So, but he's still like popping pills, he's still like popping Vicodin for like stress and everything like that. So that's pretty bad. Hopefully they get into that some more. Hopefully he can like put that stuff away. Um, the other thing I kind of want them to go into with as well was his whole money situation, because I did not understand what was going on with his money. Like in the first episode, like he gives Vernon $300,000, and I'm pretty sure he gave that to him from his own pocket. And then at the very end of the episode, he's his the ATM is saying he has insufficient funds. I'm like, why is he having money problems? Because he's supposed to be like this big deal player. So you figured he'd be set for life, especially with him being a financial advisor. You figure that he's kind of like trying to pass along that knowledge to other players so they can be like set like he is. But there seems to be something going on with his finances. So I mean, maybe I missed something, but I don't think they really got into it as far as like what was up with his money and why was he broke. So hopefully that gets cleared up in the second season. Maybe I'll just have to watch this season over again, but I'm pretty sure they didn't address it. Vernon. Oh my God. Honestly, dude, like I was so back and forth on Vernon. I didn't know whether I wanted to like him or not. But I mean, you do like him because he's like this innocent looking teddy bear guy. But at the same time, it's like he was just doing some stupid stuff, man. And some of it I can understand, and other stuff I'm just like, come on, man. Like, if you at a boat party, I get it. You're at a boat party, you got chicks all around taking off their clothes and want to do everything under the sun to you. I get it, man. But he had the wherewithal in the beginning to like turn down people trying to pass him some weed. He was doing the right thing when his boy Reggie was doing coke with the girls, and he was like, oh, I'm about to dip out. You know what I'm saying? But Reggie kind of like coaxed him in to stay in and stuff, and next thing you know, he's doing blow and smoking weed and all kind of shit. So I mean, I get it, like it's that lifestyle, like you're in the thick of it, but I don't know, man. Maybe I just need money to understand what's going on. But if I'm worth millions of dollars, dude, and my career banks on just having like this clean image of not doing drugs, I'm not gonna do drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like no matter what, like if I do drugs, I gotta be in a bunker somewhere where there ain't no microphones and no windows and no cameras. And at that point, it ain't even no point in doing it. Like I would, if I was in Vernon's situation, I probably wouldn't even be drinking just to make sure. But I still like him. Like he looks like his character has a lot of potential. Like I don't even know. He's not a rookie. I don't think he was a rookie. I think he was like a well-established player. He's like a up and coming player, but I don't think he was a rookie. But I hope he can like turn his life around, dude, because he makes a mistake that a lot of us will probably make if we got a shitload of money. Is just you just take your whole family and just start taking care of them. You got your whole family up in the house just spending money left and right because you're making millions of dollars. What do you care until you go broke? You know what I mean? Like I can see everybody making that kind of mistake, but but this boy Reggie, oh my God, dude, fuck Reggie, okay? I cannot stand Reggie. I wanted to like Reggie, but I couldn't like him. I could not get on that dude's level. Like, I get that Vernon's your boy. I get that you're trying to look out for his best interest, but it's like you lose points when you're having your boy, like your cash cow, your meal ticket, doing blow off of girls and smoking weed at a party and stuff, and you taking pictures of it on your phone. Like with all this phone hacking stuff that's going on nowadays, and you gonna do some shit like that? Like that didn't make no sense. So like Reggie's still on my shit list. Like they tried to redeem him later on in the show, like finally making up with Spence and everything, but I was too far beyond the point where I was just like, you know what? Nah, Reggie, nah, we ain't cool, Reggie. We ain't cool, And props to that actor, by the way, because when I get to the point where I hate the character and it's like I hate the actor that actually plays him, that means that they doing their job. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but Reggie, nah, Reggie's got a lot of work to do in next season. Ricky Jarrett is also another character who's got a lot to do next season. I liked his storyline where they kind of like get into the psyche of him and why he be wilding out sometimes and stuff. And that was a cool storyline with his dad and with the number 18 because I was like, this mug trying to pay 40 grand for a damn number. I'm like, I mean, I love number 11, but to pay 40 grand for it, like, I don't know about all that, but it was kind of cool the way they explained the whole meaning behind the number 18. But Ricky need to chill out because Ricky be wilding, he be, and it's weird because he's the complete opposite of Vernon, where it's like, he is a star player, he definitely lives up to the money that he makes, and and he's riding around in flashy cars, getting the jewelry and stuff. He's banging women left and right. Like, that's all great, but the only flaw is that dude be wilding, man. Like, he needs that Vernon innocence to get inside of him, man, because he is on that path, dude, where it's like, man, you're good, you're making lots of money, but you keep getting into trouble, man. The legal fees go catch up with you. So, but I still like Ricky for the most part. Like, I thought he was a good, entertaining character. I loved his cars. That Ferrari he had. I can't even remember what it was, but man, I think it was like a 425 or something. But it's a nice car. The Lambo was okay. It lost points with me because it's a convertible, and I don't really like convertibles. But at the end of the day, like, that Ferrari was awesome. And the number one thing that I loved about Ricky was that he was playing for the Packers, of course. Go Pack, go! But yeah. But I feel like Spence and Joe need to focus on Ricky the next season. Like, this season, they spent a lot of time like just trying to reel in Vernon, like trying to get him set, which, I mean, that's a part of their job and everything, but it's like, Vernon is kind of like, the thing about Vernon is Vernon already blew through his money once trying to take care of his family. I don't know if he learned his lesson yet. Like, the season ended with him getting that $18 million like advance or whatever, but who's to say that he ain't gonna blow that again on his family? This mug broke and still going to expensive restaurants and buying McLarens and stuff. So I would keep my eye on Vernon, but I think they need to focus more on Ricky because they got Ricky in there. They got him like signed up and everything. He's making the money. He's hopefully going to be performing when he plays for the Dolphins, but they just need to focus on trying to keep dude out of trouble. Charles Green, there's nothing really much to say about him. You kind of figured out where his story was going the minute they were like, oh, you're retired. And, the way he kept on looking at everybody at parties and how they, like, barely knew who he was. And, when people didn't know who he was, he got all, like, big head and everything like that. So you kind of knew where he was going. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with his character because he's back on the Dolphins. He's going to be playing again. And it's going to be interesting to see how he handles the fame. Because he could barely handle one groupie chick that got his number at a boat party. So I would hate to see how he handles a whole gangload of groupies coming after him after a game, when he's not in Miami, when he's away from his wife. Even though his wife said he never stepped out on her, but, you got that many girls coming at you, like, something might slip, you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. We ain't perfect around here. Rob Corddry just continues to impress all the time. Like, I look at him as like the next Ari. Like, that's how I look at his character because he's just out there, man. He's over the top, and that's cool and all. I definitely understand what he's going through, where it's like you're at your job and you're making shit happen for people. You're making their lives easier. You're making them a buttload of money, and they just continue to just shit on you over and over again. I definitely understand what he's going through. The one that was his storyline was the one problem that I had with the show, which was at the very end, like, he was all the way down. He had some clients lined up to start his own biz. He was just waiting for Spence to come with him, and it's like, yeah, maybe he was kind of jumping the gun a little bit with trying to like start his own place and stuff. Like, maybe it was a little bit too reactionary, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, you're going to do it eventually. Like, you had your mindset to do it. You should have just did it. And to have Spence, like, kind of bring him back in at Anderson where he had started, I just don't understand how Joe's or Rob Corddry's character, Joe, could go for that, because he was so hell-bent on leaving. And it's like, that's going to be awkward to come back to that office after you just trashed it. You know what I mean? That's always going to be there. And I highly doubt he's going to be cool with the boss. It's just going to be a real awkward relationship. So it's going to be like really weird trying to see how that works out next season, but hopefully it all works out for the best. But hopefully, like, Joe's character is like in next season, hopefully he's in that mindset where he's like, look, dude, like, I still want out, and this time I'm gonna line all my ducks up in a row so that way I can give you, Spence, the assurance of coming with me, and not have that fear of leaving, because Spence got his money problems, his mysterious money problems, so he had to stay at that company, and yeah, so hopefully, like, Joe's character is working that out, like working out his future to eventually leave Anderson, because Anderson was kind of a dick. So that's about it. Let's get to the art. So with the art here, this is basically just the characters that I wanted to focus on, which was The Rock, of course, and Ricky Jarrett and Vernon and Joe. You know what I mean? So these are the characters that stuck out to me the most. These are characters that I was most invested in. I was gonna put Reggie in there, like little scrawny, old skeevy ass Reggie, but like I said, Reggie's still on my bad side, so I didn't want to give him the satisfaction of being in this picture. Maybe he'll make it next year. We'll see. But my main focus went into trying to get The Rock to look like The Rock, or trying to get Spence to look like Spence. You know what I mean? Dwayne Johnson look like Dwayne Johnson. You get what I'm saying? Like, that was my main focus. Like, if you can see all the guys in the back, like Ricky and Joe and stuff, they're all my usual style, where I do like kind of that cartoonish / kind of anime style that I usually stick with. But with Spence, I tried to go for a more like hybrid in between, where it's more like it kind of looks like the person. I don't know if it looks like him. You guys will have to let me know. I kind of think it does. I see it a little bit. I think I maybe drew his eye too big. His head's kind of huge too. He kind of looks like George Foreman, maybe, or maybe Michael Jordan. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know, but I'm still satisfied with how it came out. I put the ballers on there just like in case somebody walks by and sees this picture one day and they're just like, if you just had these people on there, which I was originally gonna do was just have these people on there without the ballers sign, they would have probably just been like, who the fuck is that? But I had to put ballers on there just so people could know, hey, it's that show Ballers, yo. Check out that fan art. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. But anyway, that's about it. I've rambled on long enough. It's time for me to go and do some stuff. Maybe catch a flick or something. Last video, I was saying that, bad art was going to kind of be a little disjointed with the posting and stuff with me starting school. Bumped that. Long story short, it's very embarrassing, but like I signed up for classes like weeks ago, and then like I completely forgot to like pay for them. And the day I just went to go and pay for them finally, like it was like, oh, you've been dropped from the class because school's about to start, and you didn't pay your shit, so we had to drop you from the class. So see you next year. Very embarrassing, I know, but it's just I've been losing a lot of track of time. I got a lot of stuff on my mind, people. A lot of things I'm trying to change in my life, but it'll be cool. You know what I'm saying? So bad art is still on and popping. I got some other stuff that I'm working on too. Got some things with Steve. Steve. Got some things with him getting ready to pop off as well. Things that we're working on. So keep on the lookout for that. So with that, I bid you all adieu. You look for me on Twitter at the Chewels. Look for me on Instagram at ChewVision. Send me an email, like if you got a question, or if you want me to draw something, or if you just want to say what's up, or nice job, or you can't draw for shit and you should stop drawing altogether. Like, hit me up on the email or one of those social medias. My email is Chewels, numbers 85@gmail.com. So you all take it easy. That was bad, but it could have been worse. And I'm out.